DJ DUBL here. We're back with another one. We've got one of the leaders of the new generation in the building, Bonkaz.
Yes, brother. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
You're welcome. My pleasure, man.
So you're fresh off the new gen live stage.
Yeah.
Tell me about the show. How was it?
It went well, man. I lost my voice, as you can probably hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a dope night. Like, I couldn't have wanted to go any better than that, really. You know what I mean? Like, everyone showed up. It was packed. The energy in the crowd was real. They were singing the words, like, word for word. You know what I mean? It was a good feeling, man. Yeah,
it was nuts to see that amount of people, man. So one of the standout moments. Actually, let me find out from you first. What was your favourite moment of the show?
It's a bit mad. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I think at the end when I performed the new song I got with Heavytrackerz, We Run the Block, like, totally went off. Like,
yeah.
I was tired by then. No, so I was basically just ad-libbing the tune, like, Ren spat most of the
didn't
lyrics.
even need to, though, because everyone else was doing the bars for you.
Yeah, no,
that was mad. Did you expect that reaction for that song? Because it's new. That song's fresh out the
it's
box.
New, so it's a bit weird because it's like, even people were tweeting today, someone tweeted like, what did they say? They said they've never heard the MP3 version of the song. They've just seen me perform it, but they keep finding themselves singing it at work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the effect that we want for the tune anyway, just to build up like organically and naturally like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's dope, man.
It's got the makings of a huge hit, man, most definitely. Something that came up in my Twitter feed yesterday, a lot of people wanted to know the jacket that you were wearing yesterday.
I got it on again today.
So this is it right now. Tell him. What is it?
This is by DBDS, Dream Big, Die Successful. And it's like a 3M reflective jacket. So like, especially when you're on stage in the dark with the lights and everything, it's just crazy. Like, people took pictures of me and you literally can only see the jacket. You can't see me, you can't see them, you can just see the jacket. It's wavy, man.
Nice. Dream big, die successful.
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yeah, I want to live forever if I can find a way.
Yeah, free music maybe, free music, man.
Hopefully.
So, how did you link up with the Heavytrackerz? They're obviously the guys that produced the new record.
Yeah, how did that come about? I think it was just via Twitter, really. You know, like, I'd obviously seen what they've been doing, they seen what I've been doing. And then, yeah, we just linked up via Twitter and just, I went up there and it was Rasai that actually made the beat for this tune, you know. I kind of went there with, like, it's Heavytrackerz, so they've got kind of like a track record now of, like, big songs, you know what I mean? So I went there with kind of, like, preconceptions of what I should do. And then I heard the beat and I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna go crazy on it, you know what I mean? I just went crazy on it. And yeah, people like the tune, which is good, you know what I mean? It's good when you don't really have to conform to anything and you can just make the music that you want to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the top spot's looking vacant, might have to take him. That's one of the lines.
Shake him, yeah.
Who's that talking about?
It's vacant, so that means there's no one there. But I might have to... Yeah, it's a bit mad, isn't it? It does sound like I'm talking about someone in particular.
I'm hoping for that headline, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, no, I'm not really talking about anyone in particular, but it's just like anybody who, you know, everybody wants that top spot no matter what you're doing, you know. If football, Premier League, you want to be #1, you know what I mean? You don't want to be #2. So it's just saying that, you know, it's looking vacant and, you know, I'm going for it, basically.
Because the line before that, you mentioned about not doing a Not That Deep freestyle.
Yeah.
So I had to listen to that whole section a few times because I thought, he's not
like
sending
that?
for Stormzy, like,
Nah,
surely he's not. But you guys, right? You're boys.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. That's my brother before any of this. So it's weird how lyrics can be misconstrued like that. But
I had to listen a few times.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. That was just like, I was literally going to do a Not That Deep, but I didn't. And it was like, because I was in what I call the basement, which is like just a deep creative zone, you know what I mean? So like the time that I was gonna take out to cover that tune, I just decided against it. And I didn't even decide against it, it just, time went by, and then by the time I got around to thinking about really doing it, it was kind of too late, you know what I mean? Everyone had already kind of done it. But yeah, it's literally, and it's wordplay as well, because obviously the basement is deep, you know what I mean? So it's like me basically saying I would have done it Not That Deep, but it was deep. I was in the basement working, you know what I mean? Storms was going ham, like releasing, and I was recording, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, most definitely. So I mean, it's obviously Is you, Stormzy, J Hus, Section. There's a lot going on in South London at the moment.
Yeah.
What's the unity like? Do you get on?
J
I mean,
Hus
I
is from East.
know. Oh, J Hus from East, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was from South. But I mean, you guys are working together a lot as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, we're all friends anyway. Do you know what I mean? J Hus, I didn't know before music. I just reached out because I just love what he's doing. I like the way that he came into the game. Like, he came in solo, but with so much noise. Like, it's so loud and in your face with it. And someone actually hollered at me and was like, "Oh, have you heard of this J Hus guy? Like, he said your name in a freestyle. So you know, as rappers, you're like, huh? I said my name. Like, I typed it in. Like, I told him yesterday as well. I typed it in. Like, oh, let me check it out. And then the way he said it was like, you're saying Bonkaz is hard, Stormzy's hard, Potter's hard. Next time you better mention J Hus. But I just liked it because a lot of the time people are jealous of anybody that gets to shine, you know what I mean? And he didn't come in the game like that. He just came in the game saying, look, these guys are hard, but I'm hard too. And I feel like that's a good way to earn recognition. And the freestyle was actually good as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that, man. Do you feel like there's a lot of competition going on in South London in particular, with so much noise happening down there? Is it competitive, or is it kind of more
I don't
unified?
think so. Not for me. Like, because it's like, I feel like a lot of this music stuff is like planned, you know what I mean? A lot of it is planned. Like, you really have to have like your next 6 months at least kind of structured, you know what you're doing. And none of my plan involves anyone else failing. That's not gonna benefit me. Like, if somebody else was to fall off, I'm not gonna jump into their spot. I've got my own lane, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not competitive like that. Maybe in the sense of like, artists will keep each other on their toes. Like, oh, he's working, okay, I need to work maybe. But it's not really competitive like that. Not for me anyway. Like, and the people around me, we're just kind of in our own space, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a right or wrong or in a better space than anyone else, but we've just got our own focus, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that, man. So obviously a lot of people, I know you've heard this so many times, a lot of people saying you're the next Stormzy. I think what they mean by that is the way that Stormzy just kind of came
through,
and took over everything and won awards and did collaborations everywhere and did all this. So do you feel like, is that a lot of pressure on you?
Nah, I don't want to be the next Stormzy, so I don't really like take it in. I want Stormzy to be who he is and elevate further. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to like
you want to be the first
mold.
Bonkaz,
Yeah,
not
I
the
just
next
want to be the
Stormzy.
first Bonkaz. That's how it's always been anyway. I've always been me and he's always been him. Do you know what I mean? And like, we can definitely both kill it and we can definitely just both go straight to the top, I believe. You know what I mean? And just continue to do this. So
yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. What's the goal for you? Like, where do you see yourself when you come to, say, retiring from the music business?
Yeah.
Where do you picture yourself?
Like, what do I really want to achieve?
Yeah.
I just want, like, I feel like music is like a universal language, innit? So, like, I want my songs to be just breaking down language barriers. Like, I want people in every country to be able to sing my songs. You know, like Michael Jackson or something, like, everyone everywhere can sing it. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I want you to care enough to actually find out what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? So really, that's it. Like, I just want my music to be global, all over the world, really. I don't know about retiring. I don't know when or if, like, I'll be doing that. But I definitely just want to go as far as I can with it, man.
I like that, man. I like that. Who do you listen to for inspiration?
My mum.
Your mum?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not music, though, just stuff that she says, man. Like,
words of wisdom.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Even complaining and everything, like, inspires me like crazy. Because sometimes it's like my mum will complain about something and I'm just thinking, you don't even know what I'm trying to do for you right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, she understands it, but I'm not sure. Sometimes people don't understand how much of what you do is actually for them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, my mum definitely inspires me a lot, whether she's like advising me or complaining or whatever. Like, musically, Kid Cudi and Mike Skinner, I'd say. Yeah, those are definitely like I don't know if I sound like them or anything, but just the honesty in their music, and I feel like a lot of the time when I make music, I try and keep like I'll try and keep the lyric as close to the initial thought as possible, if you know what I mean. So instead of just like rearranging everything just to make it rhyme, I'll try and say exactly what I thought, and then I'll take it from there, if you know what I mean. And that's like me kind of reflecting the honesty that those guys have, you know what I mean, listening to them growing up, kind of. Yeah, they definitely inspire me, and a lot of my friends as well, man. Yeah, a lot of my friends inspire
situations from life. Because that's the thing, I mean, that's what I do get from your music, is it's very honest music.
Yeah.
And it's very open. So are you all right with having all your fans and people know so much about you on a personal level? Yeah,
I feel like if you're not, then I don't think you should do music, really. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you should be in the public eye, full stop. I feel like a lot of people, like, especially rappers, they pick one aspect of their character that they feel is like the strongest and try and force that. So that's when you become like a trap rapper.
Yeah.
But you don't just trap, you know what I mean? You do other stuff, like you have a family and you have emotions and you have fun, you do everything, you know what I mean? No offense to anybody, but it's like for me to just be a specific type of rapper would mean that that's how I'm living, do you know what I mean? So really it's about like, it's just the honesty, the same honesty that like I see in like Kid Cudi, Mike Skinner and these people. That's what made me like their music. The fact that they weren't just using their voice to boast and brag and just act like it's something they weren't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it allows you to feel like, you know, like you're not alone in situations and stuff like that. Like I have people tell me that my music like helps them get through situations and stuff, do you know what I mean? And that's like the best feeling for me, really. That's better than like the crowd going crazy. Or
that's inspiring in itself, man.
Views. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Eyes on You.
Yeah.
Big record.
Thank you.
Were you comfortable singing the first time?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was in the studio, Wizzy Wow and Benjamin Flo, who produced it together. And it was like, we had this chorus and it was like, okay, we got this chorus now. Should we get someone to sing it? But I was like, no, let me just try and sing it. I was going to rap on the verses and just try and sing the chorus. But I just said, right, let me just try and sing it. Well, I was sitting there for ages. Like, before I even got up and went to the mic, I was sitting there for time, like, just thinking, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to do this. And then I got up, and I think I'd done it, like, the first take. Like, I started singing, and then, like, I kind of clocked, like, Wizzy and Benjamin was like, oh, like, looking at me like, okay, doesn't sound too bad, innit? But then I kept going asking them for the rest of the session, like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? What does it sound like? And it was like, yeah, it's cool. So we just ran with it. I think that kind of gave me confidence to just keep doing it again. Like, on the EP I got with Friends, NBA, like, it's mostly singing and stuff, you know what I mean? But at the same time, because I'm not, like, obligated to be the greatest singer, everybody knows I'm not actually a singer, do you know what I mean? So I've kind of got freedom to, like, play around with it.
You get a little bit of a blind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Would you do it live?
I done it live last night.
So you did it live last night? So you're fully confident singing to the crowd as well, yeah?
I don't know about fully confident. I did think about it. I did have a little think about it. But, yeah, I done it. Had a little drink and we just got it cracking, man.
Yeah, what made you make the track?
Do you know what's weird, yeah? A lot of the time when I make, like, love songs and stuff like that, I will just make two characters in my head and I'll be like, okay, what happened? You know what I mean? And I'll be like, okay, he loves this girl, da-da-da-da-da. And I'll just it's like a fictional story sometimes. Other times, I've had, like, songs like that where, like, 3 lines will be about one girl, one situation I've had. Another 4 lines would be about another situation I've had. So sometimes it's all mixed up. That one was kind of just like, because I'm like an idealist as well. Do you know what I mean? I've always got these ideals in my head of what situations should be or what situations would be. Like, I watch rom-coms and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, that one was kind of just like me imagining a situation and what this guy could be saying to this girl, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, man.
There's probably like someone in there that it is kind of about, but I can't think that.
It's just a fusion, a lot of different things put together.
Yeah.
So you tweeted, there will always be people with power that refuse to publicly acknowledge your work. That's part of the game. Just go harder.
Yeah.
So what inspired that tweet? Who was that about?
Who was that about? No, that was just about people, because I see people complaining all the time, like rappers always complaining about, oh, like this person gets to shine or that person gets to shine, or like nobody doesn't want to support me or whatever. But it's like the people that have the power to support us and support artists, like they've got to be strategic with it as well. You know what I mean? It's not just like as black and white as it looks. It's not like, oh, you're doing well, so this person's going to come and publicly praise you for doing well. It has to benefit them. Sometimes it's a conflict of interest. Sometimes they've got their chips stacked on one artist, and it's like, I don't want to big up that other artist because it's going to clash with that. But you can't really get disheartened by that. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we got to remember like why we do these things. We don't do it to get a big up from this guy and a big up from that guy. Like for that guy to give you a cosign and say, yeah, you're doing well. Do you know what I mean? You know whether you're doing well in your own heart, do you know what I mean? And like just from the reaction of your fans and your listeners and everyone around you. So that's basically me just saying like, don't get disheartened by the things that people don't say. It's more about what people do say, do you know what I mean? Because you can get like 100 tweets from your fans a day, bigging you up, saying they love your songs, tweeting your lyrics. And then just because that one guy at the label or whatever hasn't reached out to you yet, you might get disheartened, do you know what I mean? But we don't do it for them, man. We do it for the people at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm just
especially
saying,
these days as well, man. Artists are in such a good position to make moves and do things without the labels.
Yeah, of course.
Like, so by using social media and using all these, the fans that are out there, you can create your own wave.
Exactly.
So quality control.
Yeah.
I know obviously it's been it's been about for a minute now.
Yeah.
It's had a big buzz. And it was a good piece of work, man. Really good mixtape.
Appreciate that.
Would you think you're a perfectionist? Would you call yourself a perfectionist?
Yeah, crazy perfectionist though. Like it's detrimental sometimes. if I didn't have friends next to me a lot of the time, like stuff would not be out. Like, I'll tell you that from now. Like I record stuff and then I'll leave it there for a week and I'll listen to it again. And I'll be like, oh yeah, but I need to change that ad lib, or I need to put that in, or I need to, don't you think I said that word a bit funny, or da-da-da-da-da, and then Ren's just like, no. Then we put it out and nobody says anything. No one says, oh, that was wrong or that was wrong. So it's like, sometimes you really just need to go with it and like trust yourself. With quality control, I weren't really a perfectionist with that one because it was like my first project and it was literally every song that I had in it. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't a song that didn't make the CD. Like
right. So that's your whole entire collection.
Yeah, that was everything I built up over that period of time, put together. Like, luckily I didn't make any songs that were just random songs for no reason. So that's how it ended up like gelling into like a good project. Even with like the track listing, I'd done it, like I sat there, decided the track listing, and then clicked upload. Do you know what I mean? It was literally like, in a 5-minute space of time, I had to choose the track listing and pick and just upload it. Do you know what I mean? So that one wasn't really, I think I became a perfectionist after that, really. Do you know what I mean? When I started recording more and being in the studio more often.
Yeah. So you're working on quality control too?
No, not currently, but I may do one day. Actually, no, I don't think I will.
No?
I don't think I will,
Straight on to the next project.
Straight on to the next
So what is
one.
the next project?
The next one is a bit crazy. It's like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I can't really say much. I wish I could, but I really can't. Like,
give me something, a little clue.
An
insight to the craziness.
What can I say? Yeah, it's in 3 parts.
Right,
it's gonna be in 3 parts, yeah. So it's a 3-part project. Part 1, 2, and 3, obviously, and yeah, it's gonna be kind of mad. I'm trying to like just hit them with something different and abstract.
Is there a theme to it?
Yeah, there is actually. Yeah, there is a theme.
What's the theme?
The theme is I'm gonna give you the title, and I haven't given no one a title.
All right.
Yeah. The title for the up and coming project is "Forgive Me When I'm Famous."
Right. Okay. So "Forgive Me When I'm Famous," Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3.
Part 3, yeah. And that's an exclusive. No one knows that yet. So,
yeah. Nice. We got that, man. What about collaborations? Who you got on the project?
Me, some producers. That's it, man. I'm not really with it, man. Like, to be honest, it's like, I don't know. Because I rap, it's like, I don't want you to come and rap. I'm rapping. You know what I mean? It's a my project, isn't it? Like, maybe 1 and 2 probably have Ren singing or something, but like, the whole rapper collaboration thing, I think it's forced a lot of the time. Like, I have to really just see something that I like and be like, yeah, cool. Like, I might just want to shine light on someone because I've got a bit of a buzz now. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to do the, I don't want to be reaching for collabs. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be reaching and like requesting or anything like that.
It's good though, man, because the quality's there just off you being on a track on your own. So I do rate that really highly, man.
Thank you.
Tell me about Miser Million.
Miser Million is like a dope management label. They got some crazy artists. I'm not currently working with them anymore.
Oh, right, that's all good.
but they are, yeah. But they are dope. Like, the same way I'll still talk about them. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause like the artists they got over there, they got Ray, Jalen, they got Panero Beats, like proper dope people. You know what I mean? Shane, dope manager and everything. So, yeah, man. Obviously, I wish those guys all the best, but they don't really need that, man, because they got it anyway. You know what I mean? Talent in abundance over there.
Yeah, I hear that, man. All right, so we've come to a part of the interview called the fun bit, where I just throw some random questions at you, and it gives people a chance to learn about Bonkaz from a completely random perspective. Cool. Bonkaz, you ready for the fun bit?
I'm ready.
All right, so dead or alive, who would be your ultimate collaboration? I know you said already you ain't really into collaborations, but you got to choose someone.
My ultimate collab, dead or alive. Can I give you my ultimate studio session?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'd have Kanye producing and doing whatever else he wants, really. Kid Cudi and the Kooks.
Yeah. Oh, wow, the Kooks.
Yeah.
That is out the box.
Yeah,
like it, man.
It's in the box for me because I listen to indie probably the same amount I listen to rap, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, the Kooks, Kanye and Kid Cudi, I think the energy in the room alone would be crazy. Do you know what I mean?
That could be a crazy track.
Yeah.
Would you rather go back in time and change the past or forward in time and see the future?
So when I go forward and see the future, what can I do?
Just see the future.
See it and then come straight back here? Nah, that's boring, man. I feel like I don't even want to blow because it's like, this is like the whole excitement for me now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow? I don't want to be, not that I don't want to blow, but I don't just want to be like here and this is where I'm at. Like, it's always like exciting to progress and just see what's going to happen tomorrow because things are changing like on a daily basis now. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even though we make plans, like we sit down and just structure the calendar for the whole year and then some crazy stuff happens and it's like, okay, let's rethink that now. And that's all fun for me, do you know what I mean? Change the past. Yeah, there's probably a few things I could definitely like change in the past, you know. But yeah, like there's some people I bring back and stuff like that maybe, you know what I mean? But other than that, I think I'm good where I'm at though.
Yeah. What's the last book you read?
What is the last book? I used to read a lot, I haven't had time. The last book I read was, this is terrible, I can't even remember. What is the last book? I really can't remember, you know.
Music related or
I doubt it. I don't think so. It's probably a novel. Like I used to read like a lot of novels and stuff like that.
You said you watched rom-coms. I can picture you there with 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Is that a rom-com though, 50 Shades of Grey?
I don't know, I don't
it's
know.
quite graphic. I haven't seen it or like read it or anything. But no, I really can't remember what the last book I read was.
So, if you ran the country, what 2 things would you change?
Ooh, that's mad. I would... government will come looking for me if I say something crazy. Nah, I'm playing. I would change like... I'd change some stuff about the system, definitely. I think I'd want to like just hit the reset button on a lot of things. You know what I mean? On like the hierarchy and like the levels of life. Like, you know, some people are at the bottom. Just out there when I was coming in, I saw a guy sleeping in the doorway to the bank. You know, I'd want to like sort that kind of stuff out because that's crazy. Like bricks, yeah, everyone can make bricks. You know what I mean? People shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. So that's the kind of stuff I'd want to change really, and just like, yeah, probably just that really, just make sure that everyone's got somewhere to sleep and everyone's got food, and I'd want to do like a lot more overseas aid as well. Do you know what I mean? I'd make that a priority for like the country to just be giving a lot more overseas aid because there's a lot of people that just have nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Tell me something about Bonkaz that nobody knows.
What does nobody know? I'm erratic. I'm mad.
You're erratic.
Yeah. Like,
What's that? Bad temper?
No, like I don't get angry and like lash out or anything, but I'll see something and like someone would tweet something maybe, and it'll be so vague. Like it could be like, oh, certain rappers think they're so sick. And it's someone I've never met in my whole life. I don't know this person from anywhere. They've got no reason to be talking. Like, there's 1,000 people they could be talking about before me. And I'm going to sit there like, hold on, wait. Why did they say that? Are they talking about me? Like, I'm paranoid, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, I got people around me that always just snap me out of it anyway. Do you know what I mean? But I definitely overthink things. 100%.
Star Trek or Star Wars? I told you they were random.
Yeah, Star Trek or Star Wars. Well, it's probably Star Wars. I hate sci-fi though. Altogether.
Oh, you hate sci-fi?
I hate it. But I'll say Star Wars because it's obviously like...
You gave the right
Star
answer,
Wars,
man. There's not really a right and wrong to any
Yeah.
of these questions, but that one there is.
Yeah.
You definitely gave the right one. Nicki or Beyonce?
Goodness. It's gotta be Queen B, innit? It's gotta be Queen B, yeah, it has to be. I think I prefer Solange though, which is a bit mad.
Right, okay.
Yeah, she's quirky, man. She's cool, you know what I mean? Not like just out and out looks wise, but just all round like character and everything. Like what she portrays, I think I prefer that. Yeah.
But she's a bit feisty, no?
Oh yeah, cool. I forgot about that. But you know, there must be a reason why she wanted to kick Jay. But yeah, like, I don't know. I just wouldn't do whatever Jay done, I guess. You know what I mean?
They're one of the mysteries the world's never gonna know. What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret. I'm so stubborn. I don't regret stuff. I'm always right. Like,
That's not a bad thing.
yeah, I don't regret
I'm always
things.
right,
Like,
he said.
I'm not always right, but you know, I'll convince myself that I was right.
Yeah.
You know, I've convinced myself that what I've done was correct and I don't need to regret it, and we're gonna just move on and just get on with our day.
That's probably the best answer to that, man.
Yeah.
What's the worst job you ever had?
Worst job I ever had. I worked in like like a warehouse, yeah, and we had these things, you know, I can't remember what they're called, but it's like there's boxes, yeah, and you're just going around scanning the boxes, and you've got to scan the box, and then you've got to go to another box and take out the paper, scan that, and pull it in the correct box. You know what I mean? But I'm just walking around this place all day. I'd done it for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they just had to call my phone, and I was just ringing it out.
So you did it 3 days?
Yeah. It was crazy, man. But those are the things that make me just feel like I have to do music.
Yeah.
Every time I've had a job, it's been the same thing. I don't think I've ever stayed a month to get paid. I can't do it. It's too much. Like, I can't. It's just difficult for me to just work towards something that I don't care about. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, no matter how hard you work at that, the results are the same. Do you know what I mean? The results are the same. You can't make a power play. Like, I'm all about trying to make power plays and just maneuver and learn. That's what I'm doing in music now, just learning how to maneuver, learning who to speak to get the correct things. This is why I don't really like reach out to rappers and stuff, because like rappers are the least, they can do the least for you.
Yeah, how old are you?
23.
23. So you're young, man. You've learned that stuff young.
Yeah, but like, I feel like it's just like, if you're not blinded by it, because the UK rap scene is not the American rap scene. As sad as it is to say, it's not. There's no millionaires. There's no, you know, nobody's buying mansions and Ferraris or Lethal B.
Yeah, there's a couple millionaires.
There's a couple, yeah, but it's
really
not
solely
like, you know,
from
it's not like scene, a thing of like, you know, multi-millionaires like Jay-Z's and everything. There's nobody that is too far away. I look at it and see no one that's out of reach now. So for me to be focusing on like running after rappers is crazy. You really got to learn how to strategize and, you know, and just build things for yourself. We're just trying to build a foundation with this whole new generation thing right now. Do you know what I mean? Just a foundation where we can just all maneuver and just all eat and all make the music that we want to make and put out the visuals that we want. Because like I've got like guys that I could text right now that are doing better videos than everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just from me learning who I need to speak to get the correct things, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about for me at the moment.
What was the last thing, or not what was, but what is the last thing that you think of before you get on stage to perform?
What is it? Let me think back to last night. I really don't know. I do like, I jump up and down and stuff, like, you know, like I'm about to go into the ring or something, like I've got my head down and I'm just jumping up and down. I don't know what I'm thinking. I think I just try to clear my mind of everything. Just get everything out of my mind. I just want to be focused on what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So I just really just get psyched up before I go on stage, man. Like I've had some shows where I've been thinking about stuff and like I'll be halfway through a performance and then I remember that I'm performing because I'm thinking about other stuff. And then I start panicking. I'm thinking, so what has the last 5 minutes looked like to everyone else? Because I'm not focused. So I just really need to like just clear my mind and just get psyched up and get into it. And then when I go out there and I'm performing correctly and people are singing my lyrics back to me and stuff, it's just crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like the energy that I get is mad. I haven't felt anything like that before. Literally.
Great feeling, man.
Yeah.
When's Run the Block coming out?
When it goes viral, man. I need it to go viral.
No release date. Is it going to be an
Yeah.
iTunes release though, right?
It really depends, you know. It really depends.
How it grows.
Yeah. It will most likely be, I think Heavytrackerz want to like do something with it, like an EP pack or something. Similar to what they done with Not That Deep, you know what I mean? So yeah. And then, yeah, so we're just going to do the video and everything. Obviously at the moment, everybody's just using the hashtag and just like, every time they hear it on radio, you know, people are just vining it and hashtagging it. So we're just trying to get it everywhere. Like I said earlier, like people said they're singing the song and they've never even heard like the actual song. They just seen it on Vine or seeing me perform it and stuff, like, which is dope. Like it's a real organic way to build something. So
well, I've got to thank you, man, because you gave it to us, of course, exclusively as well. We had it for a minute before anyone else had it, and we were blasting it.
Yeah, no,
we're getting tweets and phone calls for reloads and all sorts, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I wanted to give it to you guys though, man. Like I really like what you guys do anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like you're so in touch with you're just so in touch with everything. Do you know what I mean? Like I was looking at the playlist the other day. I see like TE on the A-list as well, and I'm thinking, yeah, like you really know what's good. You know what I mean? And it's really like good music. It's not just he said that he's hot, so we're gonna play that. It's really, you can tell that you're looking out for like the best music, and that just gives me hope. You know what I mean? Because I honestly feel like some of the best music is made by like me and my friends, if I'm honest. So
yeah, I'd agree at the moment, man. Definitely, I definitely would. So listen, bro, thanks for passing through.
Yeah, man,
it's
anytime.
DJ DUBL. I'm here with Bonkaz today. He's absolutely sick. Don't forget that hashtag We Run the Block.